Hello there. I was just about to unbox the Divine Animals Oracle from Stacey Demarco that I picked up on my trip to Saratoga, so welcome. Lights, models, guest list, do your best, darling. Wearing my AbFab t-shirt today. My first day back in the home office at my dining room table, getting ready to do some work, career, vocation readings, which these will not be in, but I have a feeling the next series that I'm going to do is going to feature them. So I do love an unboxing. I like watching them on YouTube, so I figured let's do this one, and it is still in the shrink wrap, so literally an unwrapping as well as an unboxing, and I'm going to be opening these with a pair of ancestral magical scissors left to me from my grandfather on my father's side. They actually have Celtic knotwork on them. I used to play with them when I was a kid. Yes, I used to run with them. I used to run with scissors. You know, as little witchlets do. There's also a letter opener, which I could use for that, but I've used that so often as an athame that I don't dare. So we're just, because you don't use an athame to cut like that. At least that's how I was trained. So let's get up in this gig. I'm just afraid of cutting the cardboard with the actual thing on here, and it's pretty darn sharp, but this is really strong shrink wrap. That's it done, shrunk wrap. There we go. The Divine Animals Oracle. Now here, I'm going to do like I did on the last unboxing, which was for the Blessed Bay. I'm not going to read everything in it, right? I have no idea if there's anything written on the cards other than the name of the animal, but at the end I'll give it a good shuffle. I'm going to do it in the order first that they show us here, and there seems to be quite a number of them, just to kind of read what the names of them are, what it says on them, and then move on. Oh yeah, so it's a picture, the name of the divine animal, and a key word. That's easy enough to do. All right, are these in any particular order? Yes, they are. 1 through 44, which seems to be a standard for some reason. And then at the end I will pick one, I'll say a prayer, and then I'll pick one and I'll read what it says from the bookie book, maybe as a general reading for all of us. Who cares? Just to say though, I bless every deck that I work with the energies of one of my many pantheons, and I do mean many, pantheon meaning many god or many divine being, however you want to go there. The one manifest as many. God, let's see, guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddess, saints, angels, totems, and healers. And I don't really have any decks well, I certainly do, but I use those for personal work, but not for professional work. So I figured this would be perfect for it, and I'm already shuffling it. So since I'm just going to go one at a time here, and we'll see how we go. All right. So Stacey Demarco, if you're watching, thank you. Let's give this a spin. Please take a nice deep breath. One at a time here. Just gonna shuffle as I call upon my pantheons of totems to please imbue and infuse this deck with your guidance and your grace to be in service to me, as well as in service for the well-being of all, that we may help us all get through this, and that any information and energy that exchanges between us in the non-physical into the physical does so clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all. And I'll give you something a little bit more ceremonial, perhaps off camera later. Thank you. That I am now. And so it is. So mote it be. And so it is. All right, here we go. The Divine Animals Oracle. Our first card is Armadillo. Armadillo. Oh, good God. Safe boundaries. I need this. Another one with the microscopic writing on it. Groundedness. Oh, groundedness. I don't know how I got boundaries out of that. And I'm nearsighted, but I'd have to go like that, and no one needs that on camera. So there's the Armadillo. Groundedness. Okay, so that feels like that would come in handy in a reading. Let's just do these off the top. Who we got next here? Orca! The movie scared the crap out of me as a kid. Songlines. S-O-N-G-L-I-N-E-S. Well, it's not songliness, it's songlines. I mean, I get it because all right, the Orca. The Orca whale, right? Song lines, SONGLINES. We'll find out when it comes up in a reading, right? I'm not doing it right now. This would be forever if I had to read each one. The red-crowned crane. The red-crowned crane. You try saying that. Dehydrated from too much coffee. Loyalty. The red-crowned crane. All right, I'm looking forward to that one coming out because loyalty has its shadow and its light, but this looks like all of these are pretty much in their light, but we shall see. Who we got next? The elephant. And ain't it just Ganesh? All right, we have Ganesh definitely with a goddess behind him. Their leadership. You'll see what I mean. Like you see Ganesh, right? Hard to miss, but look at the eyes. Who is that? Who is that? Hard to tell from just her makeup. Definitely a goddess vibe there. Next, the Jaguar. Oh, here she comes. Release. Well, look. Oh, these pictures are awesome. Look, so do you see the woman sort of like bent in prayer, right? And the Jaguar is sort of coming over her. That's very, very cool. Release. Like a massage. It's my channel. I get to say what I want. I just got to be careful with YouTube. The sea turtle. Stability. Stability with the sea turtle. Hey, man. Find the current. Yeah, I'm having a Finding Nemo flashback as well. I mean, all of them are gorgeous. Nobody puts out like artwork on Oracle cards anymore. Not that I think they ever did. Can you see the look on my face? Of course you can. What's the keyword? Oh, and there are 3 of them. The cat intuition. There are 3 of them. It's like my 3 boys. It's Sabby, Bellsy, Melty. I don't know if you can see the 3rd one down there, right? Yeah, his eyes are just above the print. There he is. Oh, intuition. Oh, with Bastet. That is definitely, wouldn't you say that's a little bit more Egyptian? Bastet there in the center. Oh, I think I'm going to love this to watch it now. It'll be in every reading. Doesn't matter. Yeah, work, career, vocation. Here's an animal. A divine animal. Polar bear. I've dated a few. Ancestors. Oh, but look, right? First you see the polar bear, but then you see the polar bear is actually like a glacier. That's really cool. Oh, and look at the dude. What is he? I guess he's got a shield in one hand. Well, that's hopefully the book will go into that a little bit more. You know, I try and restrict somewhat the amount of bookness that goes on in the readings that I do here on the Tube of You. The peregrine falcon. And a school for, what is that, highly unique children or something, Ava Green. Anything she does is gold. Observation, the peregrine falcon. Now, I do know it is one of the fastest, if not the fastest. I have friends who are bird watchers, so observation, that does make sense. Observation, right? The peregrine falcon. Certainly one that has been, you know, that can sit on a, hooded on a glove, so to speak. So you can never have enough hats, gloves, and shoes, darling. The spirit of Adrena Monsoon and Patsy Stone are with me. Strategy. Okay, this is going to crack me every time I see it because I grew up when I grew up. Strategy for a red fox. I'm coming, Elizabeth. You know that was coming. Lamont, you dummy. I love that. I mean, my house might get bad, but it's never Sanford & Son level of untidy. I am, after all, a Virgo. So, interesting. Strategy. Why, you sly fox, you. Oh, I am into this. Right, like I'm not feeling like any one particular shamanic culture here. It seems to be going all over the globe, and you know I love that. We're all one. Well, honeybee, reciprocity. Hey, honeybee. You're totally getting a gaga moment. Oh, honey, look at him. He could be my beekeeper. I just don't exactly sure what my bee is in that case. It leaves itself open to many interpretation. Hi. That's daddy bee on that. Okay, let's move along. The sacred ibis, IBIS, it's sort of like a heron, but more from the Egyptian thing. That would be Thoth. Learning, which absolutely there is a Thoth vibe on here with the door cracking open, maybe to hidden scrolls, scriptures, or maybe just a door into a whole New dimension, digging that big time. Seahorse, ride horse, seahorse. Equality. Oh, I guess that's because the male and the female, how with the babies and all of that with the eggs, the babies. Equality. And I mean, who's he? Oh, these are gorgeous. Okay, we see the woman in the foreground with the seahorses, but do you see the guy? Do you see the guy? See, I'm always scoping on guys. Even pieces of cardboard, which is, I guess, how you used to do it back in the way back before digital media. Wisdom, the owl. We're not shocked. A lovely piece of Athena totem there for me. Of course, that would make sense. They're always going to put the owl with wisdom, wise old owl. The shark. Purpose. Well, in that they certainly do. I mean, some of these... Oh, look at she's swimming with the sharks. Isn't that a thing? You know, when I was going to write my autobiography, and I still am, I was going to call the chapter growing up with my stepfather, who's a lawyer, who's raised by sharks. Because I have free legal assistance. People, a large network of people don't come for me. I will sick the sharks on you. So, purpose. Purpose. The raven. Nevermore. Wouldn't it be great if that was the keyword? Nevermore. News. Raven. Toot or boot? Toot. I'll give it a toot. Raven. Now, people think that they have ravens. Usually what they just have is big crows. You would know if you had a raven. Ravens are huge. Pick up small children and fly away. Not that huge. But a chihuahua. Very possibly, God forbid. The Lioness. The Archangel of Lions. Mark Angelo Lyons. Protection. Oh, yes, mother. Look, she's got an ankh in her lap. Does she have an ankh on her head? Then she'd have an ankh. The Lioness, just gorgeous. Nice crown, but, you know, Lioness. What else we got here? The Swan. Do you remember Black Swan? That part where the feathers, it freaked me out. Beauty. Beauty, Swan. Although I live on Long Island and I used to live right along a canal, and you didn't want to mess with the swans, at least not the New York Swans, which sounds like a ball club. Right? They would take you out, hit you with their beak and bite you, right? But beauty. B-E-A-U-T-Y. Beauty. The meerkat. Oh, yes, we're all having a Lion King moment. Responsibility. Hakuna Matata? I don't think so. Not in this responsibility. Look, huh? What? What's over there? What's over there? What? Alan. I know that's not a meerkat, but I love that. Alan. Let's see if one of those is in here. Gorilla. This was the first one I saw. This is the first card of the deck, actually. Peace. The gorilla. Complete with gorilla butt crack. There you go. Gorilla butt crack my dreams. I adore you. Oh, these are great. I mean, I'm having fun with this, obviously. You know, when I go into reading state, it's just whatever the divine wants to see through me. Just hope it's translated to English when I do use these cards. The Chameleon. You know what's going through my... Desert loving in your eyes, far away. Anybody? Change. Change. If I listen to your lies, would you say? I'm a man without conviction. I'm pretty convicted. You know what I mean. Links. My links. Yes, my links. Secrets. Ooh. That's a links. My mom's cat, Jojo, technically my little brother. Well, I guess figuratively, symbolically, my little brother, not literally. He's got those links markings, secret. And right now he's still in adolescent kitten phase, so everything's up in the air with him. Rhinoceros, preposterous, moderation. We usually put rhinoceri with rhinoceri, I believe the correct plural. Yeah. God, those words are teeny tiny. Moderation. Some tusk you got there, dude. Why don't you ask him if he's... Oh, the snake. No, yeah, I'm feline. Felines tend to not like snakes. But creation, I'll give you that. I'll hold it down by the corner. I'm like touching sneaky pictures. I was dating this guy and he had a boa constrictor. I was like, no, you can come over here. No, that's lovely, but yeah. It didn't last, obviously. Deer, D-E-E-R, usually gentleness. Power. Why do you do it? Power, deer. I do it, power. Where's the deer in there? Oh, because all right, so there's a woman in the foreground. You can see her there, right? Yeah, see with the antlers in the front, but there's the glowing deer in the back. Power. Why do you do it? Power. The beaver. Work. Work, beaver. Work. Work. No, I'm not going to say that on YouTube. I know pretty much where the line is, but things get taken out of context really quick on YouTube. So let's not go there. If it can be avoided, sometimes it just can't be. Horse, right? Horse freedom. I won't let you down. So please don't give me up. I have some faith in the sound. It's the one good thing that I've got. It's a little hard to see because of the lighting here, but it's actually bolting out of a rather lovely archway door there. It's kind of cool. I hope the book explains a little bit more of the symbolism, not just the symbol itself. Dolphin, you knew it was going to be in here. Let's see. I was going to say boredom. No, happiness. The dolphin is always about happiness or ecstasy or something like that. And it looks like we have a mer-person. I guess we can say that is a mermaid, mer-person, hanging out on a rock and sort of giggling with the dolphins. I've never swam with them. You'd think I would have, but I hear they can be a little intense. The bull for sacrifice. Going back to the Minoan mysteries, if you want to go back that far, sacrifice. It's interesting. Sacrifice is certainly an aspect of the Hanged Man card there. The jackal. Truth. Truth, that's interesting. I don't usually associate the jackal with truth. Well, particularly with the iconography here. Well, I mean, I guess that's Anubis, right? The jackal-headed god? I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's it. So maybe this is more like the Death card, Hades card kind of vibe there, where you really face your truth, or maybe even the devil, right? Facing your illusions, facing the truth that you don't want to see. See what it says in the book? Peacock. I have a really good George Carlin reference there that I am not saying on YouTube. Like if you know what it is, and don't type it in the comments. Prosperity, Peacock. Yeah, especially now that they have their own streaming service. NBC, I'm sure, is doing pretty well. Proud as a peacock. I mean, that was a gorgeous card, and you see the woman's face with her Ajna chakra emphasized there. That's really cool. Prosperity. We're almost done here. Tarantula. The tarantella. The tarantula. Connection. Yeah, again. The tarantula. Tarantula. Bella Lugosi. Tarantula. Let's leave that on the table. Who we got next here? The wolf. You knew it had to be in here. Authenticity. And there should be hungry as well, in case you're hungry. Like the wolf, right? These are all gorgeous. So I'm really looking forward. I think we'll use these for the full moon, the shadow reads from full moon to new moon, just so you can call in a little something with a little bookie book. The hyena, fear. Oh, that's a really weird looking card. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, now this you might even want to look up online just to get a picture of it. The hyena, half the card is light and half the card is shadow. Half the card is life, half the other half of the card is death. Right? So I get that with that fear, that instinct. of fight or flight, right? And so on this side of the card, it's all like parched and dry, and the hyena, see the bones? He's dragging the bones, and on the other half, you see the lions and the other animals at the watering hole. So, fear, obviously. That instinctual, one would think fear of death or fear of change or dissolution or loss. The hare, oh my goodness, is this Ostara? I think cycles, I think we actually have the goddess Ostara here. I don't know what it says in the book, but that's looking an awful lot like the goddess Ostara. To me, certainly Persephone rising. Maiden of Spring. Look, she got a bunny on her head. Bunny head. She's the bunny head. Very cool. I am loving this. Some of these would make some decent tattoos. You goat. Reliability. Well, they are reliable for being stubborn. Capricorns. No tea, no shade, some pink lemonade. Reliability. Stubborn old goat. We're almost done. Snow leopard. Snow leopard, the Watcher. Ooh, getting Marvel what if flashbacks. The Watcher. Whoa, he came right at you, didn't he? The Snow Panther. The Chrissy Snow Panther. The Sea Otter. I am so down to play with otters. The human variety as well. Transformation. Sea Otter. I just Sea Otter. Play with Otter. Sea Otter. Do you see Otter under the water there? And she's definitely in her full-on otter cosplay. Or that is a goddess of sea otters. I mean, unless we're going Secret of Rowan-ish there, but those are supposed to be seals. Sea lions, not otters, but maybe a similar branch of the Fae or divinity to which I am currently unaware, which, no shock, I can't know it all. The dog. The dog companionship, how could it not be? Oh, alright, so bearded daddy in a hooded cowl is bow and arrowing off a cliff, and Bumpy's like, what are we doing? Can I do? These treats? These treats? Love you, Papa. The butterfly, it's got to be transformation, right? The soul. That's gorge. I'm so into it. The soul. Well, Phoebe. It's a long story. It's Psyche. Psyche is the butterfly as well as the soul. So and she looks like a fun chick to hang out with. Her denim, she's beautiful. Cards are works of art. I should see who does it say? Well, I'll do it. Hopefully I'll remember to do it. I'll see if they mention who the artist is on the box. The Wolverine. I hear it has a huge acronym. Fierceness. Where's a drag fan when there's never a drag fan around? Woo, fierceness, you big Wolverine. Well, yeah. Oh, hi. Well, aren't you burly, Wolverine? Not blue, not green, it's Wolverine. Is he in yellow and black? He's sort of in yellow and black. Little X-Men vibe there. Very, very cool. Only 3 left. Here we go. Fruit bat. I've dated a few of those too. Fruit bat or flying fox. So you get the little slash in between the two of them. Kindness. Well, yeah, fruit bats, I get it. I watch them on YouTube. You know, and they have like the bat rescues and they nurse them and they're just so cute. Look at the front. Well, can you see it on here? Oh yeah, no, that's a huge one. Hey, she's feeding it. Oh my God. That's what I like. I like artwork on something that takes you a little in, that it's not just so right up front, that there's maybe a little hidden stuff here and there, maybe a little Salvador Dali, something looks like this, but it's also got that going on in it. The bison for ritual. Okay, makes sense. Definitely a Native American, indigenous people vibe going on there. Yeah, that's on her shield. Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. If it's a shield. All right, last card down, Tiger. Hi, Tiger. Teach me, Tiger. put that in YouTube. Teach Me Tiger. It's a song. Whoa, 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 whoa. Our last one here, Tiger Will. Will, that's an intense card, and it looks like we have a many-armed goddess in back. Can't tell you exactly who it is. Doesn't look like Kali, though. I will look that up in the book. Will. Oh, that could be Durga. Right? That's probably Durga. If I remember correctly, from my goddess oracle from 8 billion years ago. All right, so there's the entire 44 cards. Let's pick one, shall we? And I will read it from the bookie book. These you can tell, new cards. They're just so slippery. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my pantheon of totems. Please, just for information, inspiration, insight, what is the divine animal oracle card that you would have us read from this book, just as a little clue, a little tip, a little hint, a little something, something, to be a blessing upon all those who are watching this video and to anyone else who crosses their path this day. When they do, whenever they catch this, please just leave it in my hand. My beloved pantheons of totems. The Swan. Beauty. Oh. The Swan card number. Oh, of course you can't see it because it's white type on a light background. Oh, okay. We are talking micro text here once again. That's because I'm getting older too. Really. If you're not getting older, you're not in a body anymore. Cope. Card number 20. Cygnus SPP. Oh, I guess that's, I guess they give the sort of scientific name there. Beauty. Beauty is all around us if we care to observe it. The natural world provides so much of it. However, remember, beauty is highly subjective. Love yourself first and know yourself. Look for the beauty in the situation. Ask and your questions will be answered. That seems a little out of context there. Oh, and they give you myth. How long are these? Oh, these are 3 pages. I don't know that I'm going to be doing this every single time. But here, just because we're doing this here now, the mythos. It is the Greek god of light, music, healing, and prophecy. Gee, who could that be? Apollo, who is most closely linked with the swan, which is weird because swan's such a bird of true love, depending on who you read, and he never married. The golden boy never usually does marry for long. Apollo's mother, oh, I get why the swan. Apollo's mother, Leto, caught the eye of the king of the gods, Zeus. Dad, what'd you do now? She refused him, so he turned his form into a swan and seduced her. I guess pickings were a little slim back then. At least get a goose. Sorry. Leto gave birth under duress on the island of Delos to twins, both archers, the formidable Artemis and the beautiful Apollo. And if you didn't know, Artemis came out first and she acted as midwife to her mother for the birth of Apollo. Her twin and younger brother. As the god of music, Apollo loved to hear great musicians play and would often come down to earth to hear and bless great music. One of his favorites was a human called Cygnus. Ah, that's where we get the constellation from. For many years, Apollo listened to Cygnus's sublime music until one day Cygnus died. That's what happens when you date the Muggles. It's eventual. Sad that he would never hear such music again. Apollo turned Cygnus into a swan and elevated him into the night sky among the stars. This is how the constellation Cygnus came to appear in the sky. As a healer, referred to by the word Paean, okay, Apollo had a chariot pulled by swans. Okay, so different gods have different epithets, right? So we think of him as the god of the sun, but he's also a god of healing, god of prophecy. So of course they appear in different ways, just like changing uniforms. I don't know. chariot pulled by swans, and where possible, his temples had swans that made their home there. Swans are associated with love and beauty in the Greek culture and were sacred, protected animals. It was also believed that swans would be mute until they were close to death. Then they would sing a stunningly beautiful and haunting song to the gods. This is the origin of the term swan song. Not to be confused with Swanson, which makes TV dinners. The animal. There are 7 living species of swan. This is very thorough. I wouldn't do this every single reading, but maybe I will. There are 7 living species of swans, all having similar physical characteristics, including the long, elegant neck. 5 species are found in the northern hemisphere and 2 in the southern. All swans at one time were thought to be white, but then the Australian black swan was discovered, including that terrifying movie with ballet dancers in it. Get out of the tub already. Swans do normally mate for life, but if a mate dies or is unable to breed, the other swan will find a new mate. Oh, that's good. You hear they mate for life, but you know, life and death does happen. Once constructed, nests are vigorously defended. Oh yeah, if you live anywhere on water with swans in Long Island, you take your life into your hands, especially when they're in your backyard. There has even been an episode recorded of a human drowning when attacked by a swan defending its nest. Not shocked. These things are huge, and if you're from New York, they're huge. The magic. Oh, this I might include in the reading. See, we're learning together. We're all in this together. Swan magic is pure and graceful. Thank you. It is perfect to use for love workings and also when you wish to find more beauty in our world. Everyone could do with a bit more beauty in their lives, and beauty is truth, and truth is beauty, and all that jazz. Symbology, the lyre, L-Y-R-E, not the L-I-A-R. One's a instrument and one's an instrument of nonsense. The Cygnus constellation, Apollo's chariot, Apollo riding a swan, Leto, his mother with a swan. Status. Their status ranges from of least concern to threatened. Oh good, and they even tell you whether or not the species is endangered. I love this deck. Do you love this deck? Tell me about it below. Why do you love this deck? By the way, this one will have the home of this piece of selenite. Now I got this deck, and this is a plug for them, but it's not paid advertisement. The link will be in the description box. When I was in Saratoga, I went to the Magic Moon, visiting my parents, blah, blah, blah. I do it every 3 or 4 months or so. So I always pick up something there, and these had just come in, I think, that day or the day before. From the Magic Moon, Fila Street, Saratoga Springs. And if you want to check out, I put on a little tour of the place that I interview briefly. The owner, Veronica, a dear friend of mine. So yeah, check them out too, because they do shipping. They have a little thing you can do through their Facebook page if you want to check that out for them. But I love them, and we have to support places like that that are still open. It's like magical, spiritual item warehouse in there. And the staff is really quite divine. So there you go. Thank you. I will probably, as I said, put these in the full moon to new moon next reads. I don't know when I'm going to get to those because I took a couple of days off. I want to get the work, career, vocation reads going. Maybe I'll start folding in. I guess I'll do a 7-card, 8-card draw, whatever, for full moon to new moon next. Otherwise, like if you like it, you subscribe if you want more, and certainly comment, share, blah, blah, blah. Say, hey, I really want this deck, and send it to someone who'll get it, hopefully get it to you as a gift. Otherwise, wishing you all the extremely best and the extremely blessed of the rest of your day and moving forward, my beloved YouTube friends. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.